everyone, and welcome to Cryptography 101. Today we'll be talking about symmetric key cryptography versus asymmetric key cryptography. Symmetric key cryptography has been a standard throughout most of history, and it is still used today in some cases. How symmetric key cryptography works is that the person sending the information will have a key that encrypts the data. They have to meet with the end user or the receiver of the message, give them the key to decrypt it, so each time the sender sends the message, the reader will use their key that they received from the sender to decrypt it. A simple example of this would have two kids sitting in class and they want to pass notes to each other, but they don't want the teacher to know what the notes say if they get caught. So they meet up outside of class and decide they'll move all their letters up one space. This means that the letter A would become a C and the letter B would become the letter D, and so on and so forth for the rest of the alphabet. Since they both know what they need to do to encode and decode messages, they can send messages very easily. What this also means is that they are vulnerable to attack if the teacher discovers how they encode their messages. And neither of them can send messages without them getting caught. In a company, it would be a little different, because for each employee added to the company, they need a new key for each other employee that already worked there. So if you have 49 employees and you add a 50th employee, that employee will need one key for every other employee so they can communicate discreetly. Asymmetric keys work a bit different. Asymmetric keys means every user has their own private and public key. Every other user will know a person's public key, but not their private. Their public key is used to encode messages, while their private key is used to decode messages. So one person's private key won't work on another person's message. One reason that asymmetric keys are better is because they require less overall keys. By the equations on screen right now, you can see a symmetric key would require 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n minus 1 number of keys, or n times n minus 1 divided by 2 keys, while asymmetric only requires 2 times n keys. This is because for the first employee, when you only have 2 employees, they each require 1 key in a symmetric key system. But once you add another employee, then you're up to 3 keys, the first between the original 2, and then the new person has a key with each of those 2, their own personal key, so you have 3 keys now. An asymmetric key, everybody gets 2 keys. This means for any business with less than 4 employees, it's more effective to have asymmetric keys, because by having less overall keys, it means the system doesn't get slowed down by trying to sort through all these keys. In conclusion, some numbers: if a company with 50 employees used asymmetric keys, they would need to keep track of 100 keys, while a company that used symmetric keys would have to keep track of 12,000 keys. Okay, I hope you guys learned something today. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day.